Welcome to the Green Onions Podcast. I am Common Sense Girl.
And I am Noah.
This is the podcast where we throw out a little nonsense.
A whole lot of sense.
And a whole lot of laughter. So, how's it going?
It's going great. It feels like deja vu.
Yeah.
We for full transparency, we recorded a very good episode last night, and our producer just dropped the ball. So we fired him, and now we're moving.
We're the most firing, producing people like in the world.
Firing people, rehiring people.
Yeah, they probably don't want to work for us.
W-2s through 24s. We got W's all over the all over everywhere. How are you doing, Anna?
Good. I can't complain. God is good. God is good. Incense are going very well.
This one's very smoky.
Smoky it is. I was like, it's like we're in a hookah bar or something.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of opium den is this?
It's our little
It's
vibe.
Egyptian musk.
I know, it's my favorite one.
It does smell. It smells amazing. We got a lot of scents going today.
We do. We have, which you guys will see on our YouTube channel, Noah's pot roast. You get all that good recipes.
So good.
And we're also drop in the mashed potato recipe, but we are not recording that because we're just lazy like that.
Yeah, this is a Sunday to us. Apparently, we've been literally relaxing all day.
Literally in between everything, like it's wild.
It's
like,
fun.
We got to get our life together.
It's chill. It's a chill life that we have to get together. Little pieces of a chill life.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have like
this incense is just like vibrating by itself. It's like, ugh.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's probably cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it need incense warmers, like hand warmers?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
could
cold.
you imagine like gloves on a piece of incense
Yeah,
that's
it's
literally on fire itself?
Yeah, it's shivering.
Probably not the.
How was your week?
It was a good week. Yeah, it's every week is just like I feel new tasks and new things to like run into, and then it's like tacking all the stuff onto the stuff we like is already has to be done. That's how my weeks have been going, but it's really fun. Still trying to wake up. Anna woke me up this morning. And so,
Yeah, okay. Let's kind of scale that back. He said this morning it was 12, 15-ish,
hey,
30-ish. That's afternoon, honey.
I guess, but like if I work a lot, so like it hits a point where these 2 days, I just get why bears hibernate. Honestly, I get why this is the time that they're just like, all right, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, because you sure didn't do nothing yesterday to be tired for today.
Okay, laundry. Excuse you,
Laundry.
madame.
Woo, laundry.
Whatever you say.
I'm like, laundry, okay. You try doing laundry for a household of 5.
Oh, I forget.
Getting up, making breakfast.
I forget
for the
that's what you do.
household. You know.
Makes my problems pale. My problems pale in comparison.
Yeah, telling the little children to be quiet, stop running around.
Yeah, no. Not my plan.
But you know, what am I saying?
How was your week?
Good. Interesting, but it was good as an overall. Had a hard conversation with a friend, and yeah, which me, I'm a walk away, cut you off kind of person.
Yeah,
we don't have to address it. You're a grown up. You should know what's going on in life. But we did. We had a hard conversation. And it was great because actually once I left here, because we did our episode that didn't pan out so well.
The episode was phenomenal.
Yes.
It
It was just some
process of
recording issue. Yeah.
being listenable. That was the thing that the process didn't want to proceed on the process.
Right.
The process didn't want to proceed.
But I ended up actually, chit-chatting with her as I was watching a movie last night, which, by the way, Blink Twice is a good movie by Channing Tatum. I got to say that's some of his...
Oh, is that like the thriller kind of? Ooh,
yes,
I need to watch
it's
that.
some of his best work. It's
Really?
basically about power and control. So if you're And I'm talking about like Diddy shit. Like,
Ooh.
just kind of, brace yourself or don't watch
Diddy
it.
shit.
But it is definitely Channing Tatum's best work. But anywho, we end up talking, but we're getting back to that place where we used to be slowly but surely. But that was a good conversation. I'm glad I had it,
Yeah. I mean, conversations like that are the bread and butter of just humanity, in my opinion. You're gonna like to get anywhere in anything. You're gonna have hard conversations.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
I think to just be like, you're cut off, done.
You remember, like, did you have those friends where it was like, it was always the same, and when you see them like once in a while, it's fine because it's it's always going to be the same. But if you get in the same kind of routine and they're still doing the same thing, and like it's like I can't.
We out.
Like there has to be some push against the status quo to keep my mind a little entertained. In a positive way, not in a negative way.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you on that. But and then of course just kid issues, which it's fine. It's a growing pain as we.
It's a process within a process.
Yeah, especially as we're growing as a family, and then Jerry and I are still growing as individuals and as a couple.
Yeah.
And then you add two little personalities that are on a whole nother level.
Just on top of the on top.
Right. Yeah. So, it's all good. But
it's like whereas I'm over here just trying to figure out my own crap, and then and you got like 8 other plates to juggle. So if we were in the circus, you'd get all the attendance.
God, I hope not.
It would just be me. Well, like if we were plate jugglers, most of the people would cheer for you. I think that would be.
Like, can I get another job in the circus?
Can we do something that isn't just?
Like, man.
Well, we do have a reading today, don't we? A little
yes,
bit of
we
a
do
reading.
Have a little food for thought for y'all.
Awesome.
And it comes to you by The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman.
Which we have been reading.
Yes, ever since.
Passionately.
Yes, and now we are still reading it. You're welcome. So on this beautiful day of January 25th, I'll be reading The Only Prize. What's left to be prized? This, I think, to limit our action or inaction to only what's keeping in with the needs of our own preparation. It's what the exertions of education and teaching are all about. Here is the thing to be prized. If you hold this firmly, you'll stop trying to get yourself all the other things. If you don't, you won't be free, self-sufficient, or liberated from passion, but necessarily full of envy, jealousy, and suspicion for any who have the power to take them. And you plot against those who do have what you prize. But by having some self-respect for your own mind and prizing it, you will please yourself and be in a better harmony with your fellow human beings and more in tune with the gods, praising everything they have set in order and allotted you. That's Marcus Aurelius. Meditations. Warren Buffett, whose net worth is approximately $65 billion, lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. John Urschel, a lineman for the Baltimore Ravens, makes millions but managed to live on $25,000 a year. San Antonio Spurs Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, really?
Mm-hmm. He gets around in the 1997 Chevy Tahoe he's had since he was a teenager, even with a contract worth some $94 million. Why? It's not because these men are cheap. It's because the things that matter to them are cheap. Neither Buffett nor Urschel nor Leonard ended up this way by accident. Their lifestyle is the result of prioritizing. They cultivate interests that are decidedly below their financial means, and as a result, any income will allow them freedom to pursue the things they most care about. It just happens that they became wealthy beyond any expectation. This kind of clarity about what they love most in the world means they can enjoy their lives. It means they'll still be happy even if the markets were to turn on or their careers were cut short by injury. The more things we desire and the more we have to do to earn or attain those achievements, the less we actually enjoy our lives and the less free we are. Wow, that was good.
That was good.
That was, wow.
Quintessential, like, if you have a job you love, you never work a day in your life.
That's right.
Or, kind of tying into our budget thing, like priorities and stuff, like the money doesn't have to be the sole focus of whether it be gift giving, saving, whatever. It's more thoughtful.
Yeah. And that's definitely why, I put out that challenge, the 50-30-20 rule.
Yep.
Or in some people's cases, because, they need a little time to get there, we got the 55-35-10 rule. Brought to you by the Green Onions podcast. But actually, that was pretty amazing. Like, I knew Warren Buffett because I have a book by him. So, I'm definitely hands-on impressed by him.
Kawhi Leonard has been somebody I've been following forever. He was one of the only, players at the time when LeBron was on the Lakers that was able to defend LeBron. And then he a very injury-speckled career, but he's always been one of the hardest workers and an insane athlete. So I did know that about him. He's the guy that had the really bad meme laugh. Like when he was with Toronto, he was the guy to deliver a championship to the Toronto Raptors,
right?
Off a one-off, like that guy. I did know that he was very not stingy, but he just didn't go with beyond his means,
and that's great.
Which I feel like if you're going beyond your or not, because it wouldn't even be beyond his means. I feel like it hits a point you're spending money for other people as opposed to for your own happiness. And I feel like that's the difference there, because he doesn't have to.
No.
Kind of understands that he doesn't have to put on a persona when he is the persona.
I like it. I love it. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
During our
yesterday.
Actually, our yesterday was actually in February.
Yeah. It was in February?
Yeah.
Okay, that was me then. I kind of messed that up.
I was like, yeah.
You're telling me there's 23 days in February too? Seriously? It wasn't a leap year?
So it just worked out very well. Have you ever heard of the impossible puzzle?
No.
Okay, so I was on the Amazon. I don't know what I was exactly
The Amazon?
The Amazon.
The Bezos?
Because darn good as well, my cart on Amazon is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 4,000 things.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually 2,000, right? I wasn't even joking at 4.
No, it wasn't 2. Yeah, it was about 2,000.
Jesus.
But, I take off and,
I don't even know 2,000 things that exist.
Well, I'm going to have a Warren Buffett mindset going forward. It's dwindle that down to one thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, I seen the impossible puzzle. It's a clear puzzle. Thinking about buying it.
I would do it. Growing up, I used to just puzzle all the time. I got the nickname the Puzzle Master. And we used to have a ton of puzzles where it would get to the point where I'd just memorize them. Mm-hmm. So I'd be able to just finish an 1,000-piece one in an afternoon.
See, that's what's up.
Yeah, because my parents didn't let me have a smartphone until a lot later. So it was bike riding, or if it rained, I would have to find other means. So I'd read books. Also, have you series of unfortunate events? We were talking about doing something book club wise.
Yes.
And C.S. Lewis, right? We had that conversation last episode. But I was thinking after our conversation last night on the podcast, the unknown podcast that will never come out, I was thinking of
We have a couple
Series
of
of
those.
Unfortunate Events is a really easy series to get through because they're
Yes.
super easy, but they're also like very good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Disregarding the Neil Patrick Harris show because that show's but Jim Carrey's movie is good. Growing
It
up, I used to watch
sure
that.
is.
I
I
watched
love
that
it.
all the time.
But yes, that
But
can
we
be,
have all the books.
Yes, that will be our first
1 through 13.
Yes, that would be the first thing we will read. And
Because
once
I always
again-
get to like book The Misery Mill or something like that. I think that's like 6 or 7. It might be 4. Yeah, it's 4. I always get there if I'm trying to reread the series and I can't. Like I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I feel like if we can exchange.
And we'll throw that on our website as well.
I love those books,
on the
too.
Instagram. So
On the Insta.
yeah, and anybody who wants to join us and talk about it and have a discussion, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And also look out for our episode.
Kind of low stakes too, you know?
Look out for our episode for our well, it's not ours. It's Noah's recipe for his
Pot roast.
pot roast.
Mississippi mud roast. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
But always look out every week for, a new recipe on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll get better. We'll
Yes.
get better at actually.
Yeah, y'all know how we
throwing
started.
stuff up.
We don't know what we're doing, but hell, we'll try.
It'll work itself out.
It always does.
Exactly.
Oh, grasshopper. So
Little Jiminy Cricket.
talking about that, so Yami watched Pinocchio for the first time, and
Which isn't Pinocchio like? I think all the old Disney cartoons are actually terrifying.
well,
Isn't that like the Brothers Grimm or whatever? That the original writers of like Hansel and Gretel, for example, and all these like old things are just that they're terrifying. Actually, that's why it's easy to do like horror
but are they
adaptations.
terrifying really, or are the kids nowadays sensitive as heck?
No, I think when they wrote them, like, I don't know if it was near or close to the Great Depression, but like, I think around the time of a lot of really bad things happening is where people came up with like these fantasy stories, and they were actually like super dark. So when they got a hold of like the new, it was a show I watched as a kid. It was an ABC show that jumped the shark way too soon. Once Upon a Time.
Oh, I love that show.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like that. Like when they originally wrote the like stories,
Yeah.
it was a lot darker. Like, I mean, in a nutshell, you'd think, oh, a woman that leads kids to her cottage to cook them in an oven. That's dark to begin with. But then you like
Yes, it is.
the Hansel and Gretel. But like you put a fun, cheery kid like spin on it, and it's like, oh, let's sign
So
up.
great.
Let's take my kids to watch that. But like,
Yeah.
I always thought that was interesting.
But Yami watched Pinocchio for the first time last night with Jerry. And it was actually super funny. He has a recording of her. And Pinocchio is sitting there like BSing around. He's on his way to school, but he's talking with, I want to say Jiminy Cricket or something. And she's like, come on, Pinocchio, go to school already. Just stop procrastinating. And the way Jerry was like, first of all, I didn't even know she knew the word procrastinating.
Yeah, what?
I said, that was pretty good. But he was just like, she just kept cracking me up. Because she kept like
insane.
talking to the TV and she's like, oh no, don't do that. Why you gotta lie? Just tell the truth. You're making it so hard.
No way.
But yeah.
My grandmother talks to the TV, but I don't think she's. I don't think she. Well, she thinks the people in the TV can hear her, so I don't know. We can.
I don't know. I mean, I talk to the TV too, but I don't really think they can hear me. But I am like, yo.
Maybe that goes with age.
Oh, yeah.
Like the thought
totally.
process of, oh, I'm actually in the show.
I can understand you comparing me to grandma, but what's Ducky's problem?
Yeah, no. That's hilarious.
She's 5.
I sometimes like to. stuff will happen. I think there's only been a select few shows I've been like audibly like, what the holy like. There's been a select few shows I've been like, that's insane, like out loud. I think it was Breaking Bad. There are moments in that show that are like,
That's just such a good show.
whoa. And then Dexter. There were moments in that which Dexter fell off bad. Atlanta, the last episode. But there are a lot of shows where I was like, what the huh? Like that one episode. I gotta show you the episode of Atlanta with the boar. There's like a boar, and he like goes out to the country and he like moves away from the city and is trying to like live a sustainable lifestyle. And then it's I think one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen. I think it's in the last season. I think the second to last episode. Don't quote me on that.
No.
Don't quote me on anything.
I was gonna say, we're not quoting on that one. But he got the show right. That's all that matters. Why don't y'all watch it from the beginning and figure it out yourself?
Yep, you can. You gotta leave intrigue.
Yeah.
Room for intrigue. What's the worst thing you stepped on in the dark? You have stepped on in the dark.
A rat.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm from Arizona, so, we got desert, we got little creatures that come in the house, and he was dead. But, like, I just felt something grimy underneath my feet, and I remember just yelling. Like, I just knew, as soon as my grandmother turned on the light, my life was over.
Was it dead? Like, did you crush it?
No, he was dead already.
Oh, okay, so he's already dead.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He didn't make it to the room. He was just right there. He was like, yeah, I'm dying. He didn't make it.
Crunch.
But I was like,
snap, crackle.
Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about it now, like my feel the little cold little body.
Ew.
The little one claw.
That's nasty. Mm-hmm. Remember the scene in Home Alone when he's trying to get into the house and he goes through the window.
Oh,
and Kevin McAllister has like laid out all the ornaments.
Right.
As a kid, that was my least favorite part of that movie. When he was like popping the glass ornaments under his feet. I don't know. It just made my innards crawl up. I was like, ugh. That's got to be the worst feeling.
The Home Alone.
Or the nail. When like the tar up the stairs.
I love it.
I don't know when like you read that question, I just put myself in the like shoes of the guy that loses his shoes and then steps on a nail.
I feel like you would be Macaulay Culkin. That would probably be you.
I always looked up to him.
Yeah, you
pre Michael Jackson. I looked up to him.
Yeah, you would probably right. You'd probably be the Kevin.
Pre heroin, I looked up to Macaulay Culkin.
You're like, oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Probably for me. Worst thing I ever stepped on. I'm trying to think. I had something, and it wasn't like something stupid or like Legos. It was like, dang, what am I trying to? I had something. But then I was thinking of Home Alone for too long.
He was like, I had something. It was right here. Yeah. It's at the tippity top of my tongue.
Like wet socks. I hate stepping on wet socks.
Please explain.
Wet anything. Like anything wet.
Like, why is there wet stuff on the floor in the first place?
Just wet anything. I care not to go into detail.
I'm like, why is there like wet socks and wet towels?
Anything slimy or wet.
Did you pee on yourself and your socks got wet? What is the deal?
I have my diapers on.
It depends.
Not at all. Depends. It depends.
On the day.
And whether or not I have my depends on.
Exactly.
No, it was shit. I think I had it.
You had it, and now it's gone.
Or like stuff that like smooshes.
Oh,
and I like to wear shoes too. So like,
you're definitely not going to a winery and smashing grapes underneath your feet.
No, no. I hate that sound. Everything about that makes my innards curl. I think, at one point, anything like because I like to wear shoes, I would collect them, right? And so, like, I have a ton, and they're all pretty clean. And if I ever feel like my foot sink into something, like if it's like, like mud, shit, that like that feeling when you know your shoe got like mud on it, and you're just like, God, I hate that feeling. I don't like stepping on stuff.
Okay. I mean, I don't think
You
anybody
catch me
loves.
somewhere muddy.
No, I'm not going. If I think it's muddy, I'm not wearing the good shoes. I'm gonna wear something I don't care
Dirt.
about.
You won't catch me around the dirt creatures.
Or I wear a pair of shoes that I have like 2 pairs of or 3 pairs of.
Yeah, no.
Because I have multiple pairs of.
What's up with like Temu shoes? Like what? Do you have Temu shoes?
Hell no.
Yeah, people are. Everybody I know is buying these
No, I don't.
cheap, ugly,
No, sir.
god awful looking.
Like, I'm like you. I love shoes, but we're on 2 different spectrums of liking the shoes. You're more of a sneakerhead.
Well, what did that girl say at the work? She said something about brands.
I don't
It
know.
was you. It was like something about brands. I was looking at sunglasses.
Oh, I probably said something about the whole brand thing, but
Yeah, I'm like a brand dude.
well, I have brand shoes too, but I mean,
Yeah.
I have this thing like certain shoes I buy 2 pairs of.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Well, with me, I will buy 2 of the same shoe too, but it's just got to be different colors.
and then like if like I buy a
Color.
dress, like I'm gonna buy a sneaker, a sandal, and a heel.
To match the dress? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Versatility.
Yeah.
I kind of was thinking about that in my closet yesterday. I have so much shit. And I'm trying to do like the 90 thing. Like if I don't touch it for 90 days, get rid of it.
That's nice.
It's never going to work. And so...
We haven't even made 90
But
days.
I was thinking about how people like actually plan outfits and stuff. And I'm a big like I will just get stuff and it'll fall into my lap and I'll be like, okay, I'll wear it. And then like, do people like plan out their meals? I mean, they're like what they wear for the week. Because when I kind of go to the closet every morning, I'm like, yep, and then I go.
I do it for the kids. I don't plan my actual outfit. I plan my shoes.
Just shoes.
Yes, I planned my shoes. It was important. And making sure I have appropriate undergarments, of course. But the outfit, it is what it is. I
kind of throw a bunch of shit at the wall and sees what sticks.
Yeah, exactly. I
see
don't
what
really
sticks.
care.
As I'm getting older, I'm starting to think more about fit. Like I really don't care about what it is as much anymore necessarily. It's more just like how I feel in it.
Yeah, clothes should be your
And not a crop top.
yeah, as I'm wearing one. Great. Thank you.
No, you had that diss on the last one.
But yeah, and I think that's why some people wear certain things so confidently, but when we look at them, we're like, that's so ugly, but they wear it so well.
Anything sheer, dude. Like, what's up with guys that like wear wife beaters one? And
First of all, can we just be honest? Wife beaters are undershirts. They are supposed to be worn under
and not
a shirt.
seen, worn
Yes.
and not seen.
I mean, even cholos wear them with their, button ups, their flannels.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
also this guy
unless you're on the
had
damn
on
prison
this guy
yard.
had on that, and then a jersey, but one of those like cheaply made Temu jerseys. Where like the holes in the you know how like football
many
jerseys
people do
like
you
you can see
notice-
the pads.
Yeah.
He had that on over it in like a double XL, and I was like, bruh, because you could see how skinny, and then the 2X jersey just with holes in it, and you're just like, I laughed.
You see too many people with this Temu stuff. I didn't even know.
Everybody has something
I know
from
people
Temu.
talk about it, but I didn't know it was like a thing. Like people actually are buying like full outfits and shoes.
Oh,
and-
it's bad.
like I would understand like
epidemic.
someone buying, let's say
When did Temu?
a lunchbox or a
When did Temu come into COVID? So now everybody's hooked on the Temu. The
I must have
Temu
been crazy.
COVID
I
virus.
was into wild.
Temu/COVID virus.
I was into crazy shirts. Well, they weren't crazy, but like that stood for something or funny shirts. I was not into Hell, I'm wearing pajamas. Like, come on now.
Well, I also
don't
think
need to.
how many shirts can you have?
Damn judgy. A lot.
Well, I have a ton too, and I'm trying to get rid of them because it's like
good
I
for
don't
you.
I don't need all this. I really.
I mean, I don't need what I have, but I want what I have, and I'm probably not getting rid of it.
Yeah. I feel
My
that.
chances of me getting rid of it means it doesn't fit me for whatever reason.
So worst thing I stepped on and doing. Squish. Just squishies. Oh, I figured it out. Cattails. Anything animal wise, like if something was running around as a kid, if I like accidentally stepped on like a cattail or a dog, because I'm tall and like most of the dogs I'm around are like small, and then like if I move and accidentally like kick it because I can't see it, I always feel really bad about that.
As you should, because you should be.
Well, yeah,
I know you're tall, but I
showing
mean,
remorse.
dang, you should be
I'm
kind of
showing
aware.
remorse for it now. Okay.
Oh, now.
That's the worst feeling, I think. I don't like the feeling of that.
Okay.
Or when they kind of like whimper and like, "Ooh," and it's
They
like,
should, because your big old foot don't stepped on them. They ought to whimper. They ought to.
and then I try to pet them and make up for it.
No.
They never seem to be about it.
No, because they're like, he full of crap. They should have ankle bite you.
I look up to him for how long, and then he just steps on.
Right.
What a what
even
a poser.
I even cuddle to him. He's welcome.
I like how cats choose when they get to be cuddled, like it's a monarchy. And you're like their peasant.
Right. And I'm feeding you,
Stroll
Zephyr.
up to you, rub you, and then, hey, you pet me now, and then they leave whenever they want.
Yes. Them little dirty sludge bugs.
I think cat as a person is what I aspire to be.
I identify as a cat.
I do. Let's not open that can of worms.
Listen, there's
a lot of people that
What do they
identify
call-
as worms now. We can't open that.
Really?
No, I don't.
I was like,
probably.
Really? I know there's furries, like, but
Well, there's probably what are worms considered?
slugs.
Not mammals, and anamorphs, little amphibians. They don't have a spine, so I think worms are insects. Honestly,
That sounds good.
there are certain moments I get Anna on a question that like she will actually pull up her phone to like look up.
Yeah, because I'm a little bit curious because I'm like,
Knowledge is power, everyone.
I'm like, I don't know.
And with a friend like Google in your pocket, what's
But
the
not
point?
only that, but we
What's
already
the point
know.
of not knowing?
We know Papa Joe's gonna call us out on it. He gonna be like, "Come on, y'all, get your lives together."
Exactly.
Referring to both an invertebrate animal and a computer program. No, stop it. What is a worm? Damn it.
Well, like,
Oh yeah, it's an invertebrate.
is it invertebrate? Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't have a spine.
Yep.
Okay. Are snakes? No, snakes have a spine.
He's gonna make me do this again.
Snakes do have a spine, though, so they're not. I think those are.
Do they? Because
I'm
according
gonna
to
sound
Eve,
real stupid right now.
according to Eve, they do not have a spine.
Well, she didn't have a spine eating that damn apple. That's why we're in this mess.
Thanks, Eve.
Yep. Damn women.
You're welcome. Don't worry, we get us into trouble and we get us out.
We're still in the trouble.
Well, damn.
I don't want to say amphibian because I'll sound dumb. It's like xylem or something.
Yeah, but their class is Reptilia.
It's a reptile. Okay. Mm-hmm. Amphibian is like frog.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why when you was saying, I was like,
Okay. I forgot about reptiles. I think that's what I was confusing.
honey,
a worm
science
with.
was a really long time for me. I know yours was like last week, but mine was really
I was in
long.
AP Bio.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
I
is
was
hilarious
too.
that AP Bio is like learning about things, and then you get to like the ACT or this whatever standardized test you had, and it wasn't like that at all. It was like, okay, but now can you read graphs? Yes, take the spleen out of this poor toadstool, and can you read graphs now? It's like, no, that That doesn't correlate at all. Can we get a graph on how much this correlates? Like because they're two separate graphs.
Literally. What is one of those overused words that you are tired of hearing?
All of them.
Not all of them.
All of the words.
Good God, all of them. He's like, all them words. Just stop talking.
Yeah, I need people to be more intentional with their language. Coming from me is wild, but
literally.
Yeah, just all of them.
Okay.
If I could put half of what people say to me into like a distill thing, I'm only getting like 2 drops of liquid. So all of them.
Okay, all of them. For me, it's the word literally.
Literally, we've been saying that a lot, though.
Yes,
So
but it drives me crazy because and duh. So
duh. Well,
yeah,
you do that. You do duh. You do duh to me.
I do the duh and the literary, but
And the literally.
and the
literary.
literary. Well, that's the way Yemi says it, and she'd be like, "No, literally, Monty, literally," and I'd be like, "Yeah, literally, go take your clothes off and let's get ready for bad time." Like,
Yeah.
literally. Like, I'm like, why are we using it this word?
Well, okay, I don't think I'll say all of them. That was me being whatever. I think I'll say
Yeah, words is a lot.
when you ask somebody for something and they say they need it. Like, I need it. Like, if somebody's buying something and they're like, yes, I need this. And it's like, no, you don't need that. You need food. You need water. You don't need like, you don't need
So the
this
way they
thing.
respond, their literal response is what irks you.
They're literally
I don't know how to get past that word.
or misuse of adjectives. I hate that I don't hate it, obviously. I like having English teachers for parents because like I'll sit there and like I'll get pissed based on like the lack of knowledge. Because like me, obviously I'm going to mess some words up because nobody's perfect. But like at least I lean into it. A lot of people lean away from and like lean into like thinking I don't know as much as I do about the English language. And it's like some stuff I'm just not going to let slide. And that pisses me off. So like misuse of adjectives are like certain things. Also coming from me is crazy. So
Well, duh. No, I'm just joking. Oh my goodness. Well,
that like flew by, it feels like.
it sure did. It sure did.
We're not even like almost done with the incense. Fine.
Like, sure did. But
No, I think with our discussion of reptiles, it kind of veered. I don't know where it veered into. So mammals are the thing, like lions and stuff. Mammals are like
things
walking,
that nurse their babies.
like with teats.
Not someone. I don't know if a whale has teeth, but like whales
A whale has teeth.
Yeah, but whales are considered mammals.
What about sperm whales?
Do they nurse their babies?
Her face.
Do they nurse their babies?
Her face after I said
That's
that.
how we can turn a mammal.
She was like, "You just wanted to say sperm, you
You
weirdo."
did. He leaned into that, y'all.
I did not lean away. I leaned direct. I glided, actually. I
He glided.
slid into home base. I glided into home base. All right. I think I have a outro
You
here.
do, from the Book of the Awakening.
Book of Awakening, Mark Nepo. Today's reading.
Are we on the right day?
It's the 20.
5th of January?
Yep. We're on the right.
I was like, oh, snap.
This one is from Martin Buber, and it's Loving Yourself. I begin to realize that inquiring about my own origin and goal, I'm inquiring about something other than myself. In this very realization, I begin to recognize the origin and goal of the world. The excerpt from Mark Nepo. In loving ourselves, we love the world. For just as fire, rock, and water are all made up of molecules, everything, including you and me, is connected by a small piece of the beginning. Yet, how do we love ourselves? It is as difficult at times as seeing the back of your head. It can be as elusive as it is necessary. I have tried and tripped many times, and I can only say that loving yourself is like feeding a clear bird that no one else can see. You must be still and offer your palm full of secrets like delicate seed. As she eats your secrets no longer secret, she glows and you lighten, and her voice, which only you can hear, is your voice birthed of plans. Bereft. Birthed?
Yeah.
I think birthed, but birthed. Me over here talking about don't know how to use adjectives. Come on. And the light through her body will bathe you till you wonder why the gems in your palm were ever fisted. Oof. Others will think you you crazed to wait on something no one sees. But the clear bird only wants to feed and fly and sing. She only wants light in her belly, and once in a great while, if someone loves you enough, they might see her rise from the nest beneath your fear. In this way, I've learned that loving yourself requires a courage unlike any other. It requires us to believe in and stay loyal to something no one else can see that keeps us in the world, our own self-worth. All the great moments of conception, the birth of mountains, of trees, of fish, of prophets, and the truth of relationships that last, all begin where no one can see. And it is our job not to extinguish what is so beautifully begun, for once full of light, everything is safely on its way. Not pain-free, but unencumbered. And the air beneath your wings is the same air that trills in my throat, and the empty benches in snow are as much as a part of us as the empty figures who slouch on them in spring. When we believe in what no one else can see, we find we are each other. And all moments of living, no matter how difficult, come back into some central point where self and world are one, where light pours in and out at once, and once there, I realize, make real before me, that this moment, whatever it might be, is a fine moment to live and a fine moment to die.
All right. Y'all can sit on that for this week.
Sit on it.
We thank you wholeheartedly for joining us for another episode on the Green Onions podcast.
And in the words of Mark Nepo, love yourself.
Yes, love yourself, love others, treat others the way you want to be treated.
Exactly. And me and Anna are going to go fill our stomachs with some delicious, glorious food.
Yes, we are. And we are out.
Howdy. Howdy, hello.